So you want to work in the Colorado cannabis industry? Keep watching. My name's Janelle. I've worked in the Colorado cannabis industry for 5 years. I started as a bud tender, created a position as an inventory manager, and then my most recent job was I was the director of marketing and business development. Essentially an admin job. I've judged resumes, I've interviewed, and I've hired people. So I've got lots of tips and tricks on how to get a job in the cannabis industry. That's for another video. This one is focusing on getting your badge. So we move on. You need to get your badge. What does this mean? If you want to work in the cannabis industry in Colorado, number one, you need to live in Colorado. Let's discuss Colorado residency really quickly. If you are a Colorado resident and you're just looking to how you get your badge, looking up how to get your badge, you can skip forward to a little time blank right now. Getting your Colorado residency, living in Colorado. That's number one. Then you're going to need two of the following documents. Your USPS change of address sheet, a computer-generated bill, credit card bill, doctor's bill, utility bill, a bank statement, and a current car insurance policy statement, or a pay stub. Any of those are going to prove your residency, your address in Colorado. Then you take that to the DMV and you get your license. So once you've got your Colorado's driver's license, now you can move forward in the process of getting your badge. There are two different types of licenses that the MED offers, the Marijuana Enforcement Division. There is a training program. I don't know anything about it. There's no reason in my mind to pursue that, but none of my business. I'm going to move on. Two types of licenses. There's the support badge. Choo-choo! This is $75. It's an awesome entry-level badge. It is the bare minimum that you have to work in the cannabis industry in Colorado. $75, 2-year. Both of these are valid for 2 years. Then we got your key badge. Key badge is going to be for people who know that they want to get into management and want to get into management quickly. This is $250, also valid. Both of these valid 2 years. This one, essentially the big difference between these two is that you are legally allowed to be in a dispensary alone with no other people with this badge. Then there's this one. You are not allowed to be in the dispensary without one of these present. There must be a key badge present for a support badge to be in a dispensary, in a room, a legally regulated room. So, there's also the red badge. Those are owners. That's a totally different thing. This is just coming to try to work in the industry, not coming to try to start a business in the industry. Support badge, entry level, really awesome to get started, and if you're young, kind of just wanting to bounce around to different towns, then this is a really great option working in the cannabis industry. Bud tending, tips, yeah. Key badge, $250, management. I truly recommend if you want to be in management within 2 years to get your key badge, if you can afford it. If you're like, yo, I just moved, I need to have money to be able to buy this key badge, do the support badge, because you may even end up at a dispensary that's willing to pay for your upgrade, and then, you know, no big deal. You didn't have to spend the $250, someone else is going to buy it. Also, if they're going to do an upgrade, I would recommend asking for a new 2-year date, because $203.65 is the cost to upgrade your your support badge to a key badge. But you keep the exact same year that your support badge started with. If you want a new 2-year, it's $250. That's why I really recommend getting the key badge if you can afford it and you're looking to be in management within 2 years, or just diving right into management. Now you know about the different license types. Let's talk about the application itself. So it's 14 pages, 12 that you fill out, and there's going to be more documents needed if you have an arrest within the last 10 years. If you don't, you can go ahead and skip ahead. There's little time markers below to try to help skipping, so you don't have to hear me talk about stuff that doesn't pertain to you. If you have arrests within the last 10 years, you are going to need your court records and documents to disclose your arrests. Essentially, they don't want marijuana crimes, severe marijuana crimes within the last 10 years. That is going to be probably the main and biggest reason that someone won't get their badge, is because of an arrest that they had, whether or not they disclosed it, etc. But otherwise, for the most part, anyone could get their badge. If you have an arrest record, you need those documents from the court and whatnot. I honestly don't, I've never been arrested, so I don't know what kind of documents they are, but you need them, and it's 10 years, within the last 10 years. After 10 years, you don't have to disclose any longer. You've got your arrest paperwork, or you don't have any arrests. What's the next step? What is the process of, I filled it out, now what? You need to set up your appointment. There's a wait. You should almost set up your appointment sooner than later. You're watching this video, maybe set your appointment up now. Because seriously, you're waiting almost 2 months in the Springs for an appointment. That's the next appointment date that they have available. You're waiting a month and a half in Lakewood. Grand Junction is doing this week. That is definitely the soonest. If you're trying to get your badge, like, Grand Junction. My brother and his buddy has driven down there for his buddy to get his badge because he was not looking to wait, and Grand Junction is the fastest at getting your badge at this point. Longmont is meow 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 a month out. You want to be sure that your application is also 100% filled out. If you have questions, tab it so you can ask them before they are like, why is this not filled in? Granted, it's been a minute since I've had a not filled in application. That was my very first time, my very first badge that I got. That's just going to be a story time video. But it not being totally filled out was a problem. So just come filled out or with questions ready to go. You also need to be sure that you've got your fee in the proper format. Lakewood is the only location that accepts cash. The others accept check, money order, or a credit card with a fee. So if you're going to do check or money order, Colorado Department of Revenue, DOR. Your fee, your application, all your paperwork, it's the day of your appointment day. You will be getting your picture taken. So women and men, your photo will be taken. You show up, you turn in your paperwork and your fee, they look through it and give you an envelope. Sometimes they give you an envelope at a different time, but you essentially are going to write your name and address onto that. That's going to be the envelope that they send your badge to you in. Then eventually they'll call you, and now it's time to do a background check. So they're going to fingerprint you. And it's like, put your finger in and you have to roll it, and you do each one on a little screen. It's not like old school where it's to paper, it's into the screen. Again, if you've been arrested, you kind of know how fingerprinting works. I had never been arrested. I've never been fingerprinted before this, so that's kind of why I'm going through a little bit of a detail. And they're going to run a background check. And that's essentially why you don't get your badge right off the bat. That's essentially why people don't get their badge. If you don't disclose an arrest, or if there's an arrest that they believe they don't want you to work in the cannabis industry in Colorado, that's the reason you're not going to get your badge. Otherwise, you're pretty much set. So, background check. Now they'll scoot you to the next person and they'll take your picture. Sometimes they do this in the reverse order, but from my experience it's been fingerprints first and then they take your picture and they have you sit. Because what they're doing is printing out your badge. You're not going to get it, but you're going to get your badge number. That is really important. You can put that on your resume and start applying for jobs today, the day of your appointment. With that badge number, you can start applying. Once they give that to you, they're pretty much like, all right, have a nice day. It'll be there in 2 to 4 business days. That's the gist of getting your badge in Colorado, and that's the main, that's the main only barrier into entry into the cannabis industry. I mean, living in Colorado, but having your badge, you must have an MED badge to work in the cannabis industry in Colorado, period. It's literally the only thing that you must have. Legally, must have. Compliancy, so important. For tips and tricks on how to get a job in the industry that you have a badge for now, hit that subscribe button, follow me on Instagram so you know exactly when my next video posts. I'll see y'all later.